Hi there. Today I want to talk about what your cravings mean that you're missing. And I'm talking about this because I get a lot of feedback and I hear a lot that what's preventing them from getting healthy and getting control of their health is the cravings they're getting during the day, at nighttime, whenever. So I wanted to talk about that. So first of all, I'm Dr. Glenna. I'm a naturopathic doctor and mother of 3 small children, and I'm committed to giving you the tools to make clean eating healthier for you so that you, your family, your children, and your community can thrive, because I believe our health is connected with every other aspect of our life and how we feel. So let's talk about cravings and what they mean. So first of all, I want to talk about junk food. So junk food has actually been studied, and some of you guys might know this. It's been studied and researched to be designed a certain way to cover the fat, the protein, and the carbs. And because it's known in science that our brain is looking for variety. Our brain is made to look for different tastes and flavors. And that's so that we make sure that we're not eating the same food every day, so that we will make sure that we get different nutrients and minerals and antioxidants. So the junk food industry has studied it, but what they've done is, and you'll notice, that they get the excitement part in there. They get the outer shell, the crunch, but inside they have the creaminess, or you can look at, there's always glazes to cover all the taste buds at the same time, so that brain kind of gets an explosion. But they've designed it really well, and they put some protein, fat, and carbs in there, so the brain's thinking, okay, I'm getting the nutrients, I'm getting some calories, I'm getting some energy here, I like this. However, they don't give you enough. They give you just enough. Junk food gives you just enough for your brain to go, oh, this is good, but it doesn't hit your daily requirements. It doesn't give you the calcium and the magnesium, the fat, the protein, the carbs that you need. So your brain then says, keep going. And so you'll crave more and you'll crave more. So you'll never get to that feeling where you go, that was great, I'm not craving anything else. No, instead, you'll wake up the next day going, ooh, I don't really feel like oatmeal, or I don't feel like that healthy smoothie. Your brain's looking for more of what it had the night before. So we got to remember this. And for those who are kind of starting an eating plan, the reason why boring plain food doesn't work is by day 3, you will be bored and your brain will tell you this isn't working. We're not made to have just the same food, bland food. We're made to have flavor, salt, we're made to have spices, different things like that, hitting the tongue. And that tells the brain that we're satisfied. So, and I want to talk about cravings in a way that I want you to know that kids, none of us were born craving junk food. It's not part of our brain. So, but once we start eating it, we'll start craving it. But what we can do is control the genes and change that. So, with healthy eating, the trick to healthy eating and being able to make it sustainable is having variety, having really good recipes with tons of flavor. Because then our brain's gonna get the message that things are mixed up here, we're getting variety, and then if it's clean eating, you're gonna hit your daily requirements of all the macronutrients and the micronutrients. So then at night, you won't be craving more protein, more fat, more sulfur, more chromium, more manganese, right? More nitrogen. And those things we can get in bread and junk food. But we're not gonna ever hit the daily requirement. So we're gonna keep craving them. Whereas when you eat clean eating and you eat healthy food and you get away from processed food, you're going to have cravings, but you're actually going to hit the macronutrients and the micronutrients that you need daily, so that you're going to feel satisfied. The brain's going to say, okay, I've got everything I need. I've got the fat, the protein, and the carbs I need. I'm done. And you will be able to go through the evening without craving food, or you'll be able to go in the daytime 3 hours at a time without craving junk food. So that's the trick. So it's interesting, I find, is when people are in a point in their life where they're eating a lot of junk food and a lot of sugar, they'll automatically look at somebody who eats healthy and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe, they're missing out. They must be craving food. They're depriving themselves. They're depriving their kids. Oh my gosh, they gotta live. They gotta enjoy themselves. Whereas actually the opposite. And And I know that I've personally witnessed it with my own diet, eating good, eating bad at different times. And I see it in my practice after 15 years. When people are eating healthy, they're not thinking about food. Food isn't controlling their life. They're loving food, they're enjoying their meal, but once they eat, they're satisfied and they're not thinking about food again for 3 hours or 4 hours, or if it's in the night, they're not thinking about it before they go to bed. However, when you're eating junk food or you're eating a lot of sugar, it tends to control your life. So it's actually the people that are eating healthy that are going, oh, I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back to eating junk food and sugared coffee and all these flavored drinks because I don't want sugar to control my life anymore. So somebody healthy is going, I love that I'm not craving. I love that I'm craving that salad that I ate with the fat and the protein and all the flavor and the awesome dressing. So, and this goes through with kids too. So I can see it in my kids. When they eat higher sugar diets, it's like they're never full. I could just keep throwing food at them. Whereas when I know I got to get fat and protein in their lunch at school, and I got to get it in their suppers, or else they're going to be asking for food for 2 hours and they're never going to be satisfied. It's like when they go to a birthday party and I let them eat whatever they're going to eat, because I don't want to give them psychological damage by being a kid of a naturopathic doctor. So I say, go eat, because I kind of want to let them find out for themselves how they feel after, tons of sugar. And it's always interesting. The night's a little crazy after they come back from my birthday party, as many of you guys probably know. But it's amazing. They're just, their brains, they can't stop eating. They don't get satisfied. And it's like they turn into these little monsters, and then they're cranky, and then they crash. Whereas when they're not on sugar, they don't ask me for snacks, they ask me for apples, they ask me for bananas. So I see it in my kids, I see it in my practice, and I see it in myself. So the real way to get control of your eating is to eat healthy, and you will not feel deprived at all. You're going to feel in total control. And I know for me, I'd rather go, the stages of my life where I was eating the healthiest were the ones that the rest of my life was going better. Like my work was going better, my patience with my kids is going better, my patience with, or how nice a wife I am is always better, or neighbor or daughter, because my energy's better and my health in general is better. So when we're thinking about eating clean, I've said this before, just weight loss should never be the goal. You're not going to sustain it. If you just care about weight loss, you're going to last a week or 2 weeks. You're going to be so frustrated because that first week is so hard because you're craving sugar, you're craving caffeine. If you really want to look at clean eating, you got to look at like, how is it going to help me? It's going to help my skin, my digestive system. It's going to get rid of my headaches. It's going to help my digestive system, balance my hormones. And then you're going to look at it as a process, not just start, finish, and I'm jumping off. And that's where quick fixes, that's why they don't work. You don't want to just go start, finish. And that's where I love to see the people in my program. I love hearing it afterwards. They're still using the recipes. I love to see they're joining up the next month because the benefits they're getting. And I love to hear that the third month, they're just staying on at 75%. They're picking their favorite recipes. They pick their favorite salad, eat it 3 days in a row because it's so tasty. So hope that helps you with thinking about, and I find when people know why their body works a certain way, it helps them be more successful. So I'm going to give you some examples now of different cravings and what they mean, which I find it super interesting. So for example, when you're craving bread, you can often be looking for nitrogen. Nitrogen is in bread, but you're going to get way more of it in chicken or meat. So then you're going to really satisfy the cravings that the body is giving you because it needs the nitrogen. If you just give it small amounts of a mineral, of a nutrient like nitrogen, you're going to keep craving it. So in terms of bread, you're going to keep craving the bread to the point where you've eaten too much and you've eaten more calories than you need. If you go and you eat a nutrient-packed food that has adequate levels of something like nitrogen, your brain's going to go, okay, I've got what I'm looking for. Chocolate is a great example. If you have an unbelievable craving for chocolate, it's magnesium. Because there's magnesium in chocolate. There's not tons and tons of it. There's way more in dark chocolate than milk chocolate, but there's a good hit of it. And you'll notice that the more stressed you are, the more you crave chocolate. Because the more stressed you are, the more you whip through magnesium. So instead of just giving into the chocolate, first of all, go for the dark chocolate. You're going to get way more magnesium with less sugar. But you're also go for things like almonds that have magnesium in them, and then you're not going to be craving chocolate 6 hours later, or you're not going to be craving chocolate with tons of sugar in it. For example, oily foods. That's a good one. Like greasy foods, like fast food burgers, it's often a sign that you're craving calcium. So, and the reason, I'll go into a little bit of science here, but not too much, I promise. So the reason why you're craving those greasy foods is because they're acidic. And you're also craving magnesium at that time. So it's because your body's trying to balance out the acidity and the alkaline balance. So it's saying, get me some acidic foods. That's what it's saying. And the more you satisfy those cravings with junk food, the more your brain thinks that's the way it's going to get it. But if you satisfy the magnesium craving with almonds, then the next time your brain's going to say, get me some of those nuts. So basically, we crave what we eat. Another one would be coffee and tea. The reason why some people have a drink, have one in the morning, they enjoy it, that's it. Some people need it every 2 or 3 hours. And it's often salt they're craving, ironically. Salt or iron, because you can get a little iron in tea, black tea. So you might want to look at your iron levels to see, is that why I'm craving black tea? And is that why I need 4 cups of black tea a day? That I'm actually looking for my iron levels to come up. And if you do have salt, salt is not a bad thing. Just make sure you get unrefined sea salt, that you're actually getting chloride with it, a good amount of chloride, you're getting 90 other minerals, which are going to help your cravings. Sweets. If you're looking for sweets and sugar all the time, it's usually tryptophan. Tryptophan gets converted to serotonin, or antidepressant hormone. So when we're low in that, we'll crave more sugar. Unfortunately, when the sugar's coming in, it's actually using a lot of our vitamins. And when the sugar's coming in, there's a lot of empty calories with it. So we're just not going to get enough tryptophan. But when you eat turkey, and other whole foods that are high in tryptophan, you're going to satisfy those needs. And you're not going to have kind of the negative repercussions that just refined sugar would give you. That's interesting, Jacqueline. It's really true. Look at the connection she mentioned here. Look at the connection with iron and black tea. Just like crunching ice or crunching food is often a sign that your body's low in iron, black tea is often a hint that you're iron. And you might not be completely anemic, but you might just be on the low side, and your body wants that iron up to optimal levels. So I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. Let me know if you guys have any questions right now, why. But I guess what I want to close with is that sometimes people are scared to change their eating, to give up sugar, to start clean eating plans because of their cravings. The cravings are kind of ruling their life. But the only way to get rid of the cravings is to jump on a clean eating program, or to take sugar out of your diet, or the processed food, and your cravings will go. And instead of the cravings controlling your life, you will get to control what you eat. And you'll get to eat healthier, make better choices, because the cravings aren't there. Because the cravings aren't there just because genetically you crave food, because your mom did and your grandma did. The cravings are there because you're missing something in your diet. There's a gap in your diet, there's a nutrient missing, and your brain wants that nutrient in the body. So however you satisfied that nutrient craving last time is probably going to be how you're going to do it again. Just like if you're looking for the salt and you got a greasy, salty hamburger last time, your brain's going to say, get me that hamburger again. If you satisfied it with some sea salt on nuts, or some sea salt on your chicken before you put it in the oven, your brain's going to say, ooh, I really want that chicken with the salt on it. So you do have control of what your body craves. It doesn't take long. It takes 21 days for your taste buds to change. And I want to assure you that when you do eat healthy, you will not feel deprived. It's when we're eating junk food and super high sugar, and I know you guys have all been there. We've all been there. I've been there. That's when we're feeling deprived, and we just never feel satisfied. So my goal is to give you guys the tools to make clean eating easier for you guys, because I see when people do, their lives change, their energy changes, their health changes, their cholesterol changes, their headaches go away, they make better decisions in their work, they make decisions in their work they've been trying to make for, say, a year. It's because they mentally are thinking better. So that's my goal, and that's my passion. I hope this have helped you guys, and feel free anytime to let me know what topics you'd like me to talk about on any of my videos, because I want to make it easier for you to eat clean. Thank you so much.